Hi everyone, welcome back to the Trinity Chart of the Week. We have a really special treat for you this week. Not only do you get to walk through some data with me, but you also get to walk through some data with my colleague and our research director, Harini Swaminathan. We decided we wanted to jointly cover an important issue this week that's at the forefront of a lot of people's minds right now, and that is the potential overturning of Supreme Court decision Roe versus Wade. We'll start by looking at the chart that caught my eye this week that breaks down the gender differences behind support for overturning the decision. This chart highlights one of the non-binary question types that Trinity utilizes called a scale question, which is asking our panelists to answer on a scale of 0 to 100 instead of asking them to choose between exclusive answer options. So in this case, an answer closer to 0 indicates they strongly oppose the decision to overturn Roe, and an answer closer to 100 means they strongly support the decision to overturn Roe. Here we see that most women strongly oppose the overturning of Roe, or at least lean towards opposition, with 1/4 of women answering 0 on that scale of 0 to 100. Nearly another third answered between 1 and 49, meaning more than half of women answered below 50. On the other end of the scale, only about 1 in 5 answered an 80 or above. Now the opposite is true for men here. 51% of men answered at the top half of the scale or above 50, compared to 35% of women, while just 1/4 answered less than 20 on the scale of 0 to 100, compared to 42% of women. We see a huge difference here in a way we wouldn't have been able to see if we asked people if they simply support or oppose the decision to overturn Roe versus Wade. I'm sure it comes as no surprise that women's opinions on this issue are vastly different from men's, but it's charts like these that allow us to really dig into where those differences lie and color in that gray area between support and oppose. Now I'm going to hand the baton off to Harini, who will walk you through some similar data covering differences by age.
Thank you, Sam, for handing over the baton to me. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the second edition of this week's Chart of the Week. Continuing in the same vein as my colleague Sam, I'm going to talk to you about a chart here which categorizes people in 3 different age categories. That is under the age of 45, people aged between 45 and 64, and those aged above 65. If we look at the people who are above 65, more than 50% of these people strongly support that abortion should remain legal. That is, they oppose the decision to overturn Roe v. Wade. Whereas the younger population of Americans are leaning more towards supporting the decision to overturn Roe v. Wade. That is, they want abortion to become illegal. This clearly does indicate that depending upon the age group and the circumstances that people have lived in, they feel very strongly about whether they should oppose or support the leaked draft decision of the Supreme Court. Clearly, even if you look at the people who've given a score of 100, which means they strongly support the decision to overturn Roe v. Wade, only about 12% of the Americans under the age of 45 are saying that. But those who are leaning towards this, that is, score between 51 and 75, 1/4 of the younger Americans feel that way. This is the strength of the Trinity way of collecting data, where we don't ask binary questions, but we allow people to allocate scores, and that's how we're able to see this variation and distribution among people's opinions. If you want to collaborate with us and track any other such kind of issue that is important to you, do check us out on trinity.com. We will continue to track this very crucial issue on hand, that is the Roe v. Wade and the Supreme Court's decision, very closely, and we will continue to bring more data to you. Till then, keep watching the Chart of the Week, and definitely do let us know if you want to collaborate with us. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.